Namaskar. Hari Om. Shall start the session? Sit straight. Hands on thighs in Jena Mudra. Smile direct. Head straight. Shall chant Om 3 times. First, normal breathe. Take deep inhale. Long exhale. Deep inhale. Long exhale. Inhale for Omkar. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Prepare. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Gurave Namaha. Om Yogena Chittasya Padena Vacha Malam Shrirasya Cha Vaidyakena Yopat Karotam Pravaram Muninam Patanjalim Pranjalim Ranatosmi. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Samvachatvam Samvadatvam Sango Manasi Janatam Deva Bhagam Yata Purve Sanjnana Upasate Sanjnana Upasate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हम सब मिलकर साथ रहे, सबके बारे में अच्छा सोचे, जैसे हमारे पूर्वज सब मिलजुल के रहते थे और मिल के प्रार्थना करते थे। सबके लिए हमें अच्छी कामना करनी है। This is the श्लोक from Rigved. Join your hand, tap palm, put hand on face, and open eyes, change. So be ready for Sukshma Vam. Let's come in standing posture. We shall perform Sukshma Vam quickly, so that we'll be ready for Surya Namaskar. First, Sushma. So we shall begin with Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasana. Stand straight, legs together, hands on thighs. Inhale and bend backward. Exhale, hands down. Again. I shall perform Kriya number 2. Inhale. Open chest maximum. Next, we shall perform Kati Shakti Vikasa Kriya. Hands palm the right hand fist. Then stand straight. Palm the fist of right hand. Hold right hand by left hand. Now inhale and bend backward. Now exhaling, bend forward. Kneeling upward. Now change the hand. Twist by left hand. Now distance between two legs, hands on waist, and repeat the bending. Inhale, bend backward, bend forward, while exhaling forward. You have to correlate your actions with breath, which is important. Now next, we have to exhale with jerk. So inhale, hands in front, while exhaling, jerk, jerk and exhale. Stop. Stop. Stop right. Stop. Next, hands beside the body. We have to bend laterally. Exhale and bend to the right side. Center. Exhale and bend left. Center. Continue this. Continue this. No bending in neck. Keep neck straight. You have to give maximum stretch in your bending from wrist. Stop. Next, Kati Chakrasana. Hands straight. Exhale and bend right. Leg should be straight. No bending in leg. You have to twist from waist. Center. Exhale left. Inhale center. Exhale right. Inhale center. Exhale left. Inhale center.
Yes.
Now next we shall perform Jangvi Shakti Vikasa Kriya, jumping jack. So let's quickly perform jumping jack. Number one, you have to exhale and inhale, and while up, you have to inhale and up hand and jump. Let's start. Exhale and when inhaling, start. Stop. Now we will reverse the breath. You have to first inhale and then while exhaling, you have to jump. So inhale. Jump. Now next, squatting. Stand straight, legs together, hands in front. Exhale and go down. Maximum back straight. Don't bring back ahead. Back should be straight. Inhale and come. One more time. Exhale and go down. Inhaling down. Now, Natarajasana. Hands. While exhaling, go down. Separate your knees. Distance in knees and heels up. Inhale and come. One more time. Exhale. Go down. Separate your knees. Heels up. Inhale and come. Next, Pindali Shakti Vikasa Kriya. On the wrist of hands. Exhale, go down, sit in the squat. While inhaling, you have to come up and rotate your hands and then exhale again. Inhale, come up, exhale. Just like you pump the cycle, pump the air in cycle. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up. Let's perform 5 rounds. Perform 5 rounds. Stop practice. So be ready for Surya Namaskar. It's praise and Aditasya Namaskaram Ye Kurvanti Dine Dine Ayu Pragya Balam Viryam Tejasta Teshan Jayate. Come to the east side, facing to the east side. Hands in Namaskar position. See that thumb is touching to your sternum bone. Other fingers together, pointing upwards. Inhale and Hastottanasana. Exhale, right foot back. Ashwa Sanchalan. See that hips are down. Parvatasana. Try to touch heels to the ground. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Now all portion and below is touch to the mat. Look front. Parvatasana. Now left leg here to bring ahead. Hips down. Look at the front. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Namaskar. Om Suryaya Namaha. Hastottanasana. Padhastasana. Ashwa. Ashtanga. Ashwa then Parvatasana. Then Ashtangasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujang. Parvat. Ashwa. Padhastha. Hastottanasana. Namaskar. Om Suryaya Namaha. Hastottanasana. Padhastasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Pramanasana. Om Bhanave Namaha. Hastottan. Padhastasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Namaskar. Om Khagaya Namaha. Hastottanasana. Padhastasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Namaskar. Om Pushne Namaha. Hastottanasana. Padhastasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastha. Hastottan. Pramanasana. Om Hiranyagarbhaya Namaha. Hastottanasana. Padhastasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Parvatasana. Ashtangasana. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashwa Sanchalan. Padhastasana. Hastottanasana. Namaskar. Om Marichaye Namaha. Hastottanasana. पादहस्तासन, अश्व संचालन, पर्वतासन, अष्टांगासन, भुजंगासन, पर्वतासन, अश्व संचालन, पादहस्तासन, हस्तोत्तानासन। नमस्कार। ओम आदित्याय नमः। हस्तोत्तानासन, पादहस्तासन, अश्व संचालन, पर्वतासन, अष्टांगासन, भुजंगासन, पर्वतासन, अश्व संचालन, पादहस्तासन, हस्तोत्तानासन। नमस्कार। So only Kavita ji, Rachana ji, and Mugdha, only three ladies are doing sun salutation, sun practice. Others busy in some work or check out your health position or why you are not practicing. Please switch on your video. Now let's quickly ask Shavasana. Let's go in Shavasana. Relax your body and mind. Lay down on back, distance and feet, hands beside the body, separated from body, 6 inch apart, palm facing to top, head straight. Close your eyes and scan your entire body from toe to head. Realize the effect of sun salutation on your body. Body is warm up, blood circulation is done properly, heart rates increased. So this should come to normal for practicing asanas. Uttanam Shavadabhumo Shanam Tachavasanam Shavasanam Shrantiharam Chitta Vishranti Karakam. Best posture to relax body and mind. Deep breathing, long inhalation, long exhalation. So we have 7 chakras in our body. Just try to visualize those chakras by closed eyes. First, Muladhara chakra at the bottom of your spine. Above that, there is a Swadhisthana chakra. Above Swadhisthana chakra, Manipur chakra, which is also called as energy creator. The energy to the body is supplied through Manipur chakra. Then at the chest region, there is Anahat chakra. Above Anahat chakra, near throat, we have Vishuddhi chakra. Then behind the forehead, there is Agya chakra. And on top of the head, we have Sahasradhara chakra. So actually, these chakras are not awakened. Because of that, energy is remaining at Muladhara chakra. So we have to flow this pranic energy from Muladhara chakra to Sahasradhara chakra. And for this flow, our nadis, Pida and Ingla nadi, should be clean. There should not be any blockage in this. And for that, all this asana, pranayam practice is important. Once these nadis are balanced, linked, then prana will move and our chakras will be activated. With this, our Kundalini Shakti gets activated and we can perform Dhan, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi nicely. So, to activate our Kundalini energy, we require to activate our chakras. And for that, various asanas are recommended. We have to perform those asanas so that chakras will be activated. Okay, now be ready to release Shavasana. Just move your fingers, leg fingers, right fingers. Now, legs together, hands together, hands above body, above head, and stretch hands upward and legs downward. Stretch them, stretch, and relax. Inhale. Once again, stretch them, stretch, 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 maximum stretch, and relax. Now, turning to the left side, come at sitting posture. Today, we'll practice Dandasana, which is easy. Yes, every day we are performing Dandasana, which is the starting stage for sitting asana. Today we shall learn new sitting asana, that is Paschimottanasana. So first we shall discuss about this Paschimottanasana, and then in series we shall perform these asanas. First Dandasana, then Padmasana, and so on. Paschimottanasana. Paschimottanasana. Now what is Paschim? Paschim is west side. So in yogic, the backside of our body is called as Paschim, west. So Paschimottanasana, Uttan means stretching. So in this asana, our west body is stretched maximum. So that's the name given to this asana, Paschimottanasana. I shall demonstrate this asana and then we shall perform, shall discuss benefits and limitations of this Paschimottanasana and then we shall perform this. Again, I shall require Mugda's help. So Mugda, be ready. You have to demonstrate this particular Paschimottanasana. First, I shall demonstrate it. Afterwards, Mugda will demonstrate, and then we shall discuss benefits, limitations, and so on. So first, we shall sit in Dandasana. Dandasana. To begin the practice, we have to first do it with the one leg. So let's begin with right leg. So that time, left leg, you have to bend the knees, left foot touching to the right thigh. Now, you have to bring your right hand up, left hand will go behind the back. And then, while stretching, you have to exhale and bend down maximum. I can't bend. As much as you can, you have to try to bend it. If with this position you can't do it, then you can take help of both hands and stretch it down. Here, you have to observe back. There should not be arch in back. So try to look forward, and then you can, with your hands, you can bend down. Try to touch your elbows to the ground and head to knee. So all this is difficult for me. I can't do this. Very sorry for that. But we'll take Mugda's help and Mugda will demonstrate this. After this, you have to bend your right leg, fold right leg, keep feet touching to the left thigh. Again, inhale, hands up, stretch them while exhaling, go down. See straight so that there won't be arch in the back. Slowly, you should touch elbow to the ground and head to the knee. So I request Mugda to come in Dandasana. Let's watch Mugda how she does it. Now, both first first opposite hand straight. Next, the right hand back. Now, slowly while exhaling, you have to catch your big toe by left hand and try to touch head to knee. Continue breathing. Now, while inhaling, slowly come up. Try to touch your elbow to the ground. Now repeat with other side. Try to touch elbow to the ground, leg straight. Very good. Very good. Very good. Slowly release. First head up, little bit, hand straight, and then hands down. Leg straight. Leg straight. Now come in Shitila Dandasana. Come in Shitila Dandasana. Relax posture. Something like this. Okay. Now we shall discuss benefit for this asana. So we are just perform it with one side. I'll demonstrate it with both legs also. But before that, let's consider what are the benefits for this. This is helpful for weight reduction. The fats in your pelvic region, fats in the waist, those will be diminished, those will be decreased. Then it has enlargement of the spleen and liver. So enlargement problem of spleen and liver, those will be cured by this asana. It stimulates endocrine glands like kidneys, livers, pancreas. So functioning of for improving functioning of kidneys, liver, pancreas, this asana is very good. So it's good for even diabetic persons. This asana is recommended. Then it will improve the movement of bowels also. There is a kind of movement in bowels because of that movement. The stool is thrown outside. If that movement is not there, then there will be a problem of constipation. So to generate these movements, the Paschimottanasana helps a lot. So because of this, our digestion system will also improve. Diseases like diabetes, piles are cured with this particular asana practice. And if you perform this Paschimottanasana every day, then after practice, you can listen Anahat Nad in asana. Listening to this Anahat Nad, very important. It is possible only after good practice of this asana. Anahat Nad is useful for performing Nada Anusadan in that is chapter 4 of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So actually it's kind of meditation. So for meditation, if you want to perform very effectively, then you have to listen to this particular Nada, Anahat Nad. while performing this asana. But that will be possible only after practice. You have to be in this asana for 2 minutes, and after that regular practice, you will understand this anahata. I have not yet experienced it because I cannot perform this asana also properly. So that is limitation. Now, limitations of this asana is uh, if you have undergone with abdomen surgery, then this is not recommended. If you are having, in fact, if back pain is there, that back pain will be also cured. Back muscles, pelvic muscles will become strong because of this asana. So it is good for them. This is what kind of forward bending. This asana is forward bending. So person having high blood pressure should not perform this asana. For high blood pressure persons, forward bending is not recommended. Correct? So they should not perform this asana. So let's now I shall demonstrate it with two legs. Full Paschimottanasana. So sit straight in Dandasana. Now, while inhaling, bring hands up, stretch the body upwards as much as you can. Stretch the hands. Now, while exhaling, you have to bend forward as much as you can. Afterwards, try to keep touch elbows to the ground, head to the knees. If you can't touch your toe, you can hold your legs. Now, while releasing asana, first while inhaling, hand stretch and then hands down. This asana is good for even taking care of sciatica nerve also. So that sciatica nerve is also get enough stretch, good stretch for with this practice. Now, Mugdha, please demonstrate this asana. Be ready. Come in Dandasana. We shall perform full Paschimottanasana. Inhale and hands up, both hands up from front, from front. Stretch the body upward maximum. Now while exhaling, bend down slowly. First, you try to touch elbow to the ground, then head to the knees. Very good. Hold the posture. Should touch the big toe. Now ready to release posture. First, hands up, then hands up while inhaling and hands down from side. Very good. Relax. So this is Paschimottanasana. Now let us practice Paschimottanasana with one leg. So all of you be ready. Sit in Dandasana. Legs separated, legs ahead. Now step number one. First you will perform it with the right leg. So bend your left knee. Keep it touch to the right thigh. Now, inhaling, both hands up because that is easy posture. So variation, this is easy. With single hand, it will be difficult. If you are comfortable with single hand, you can do it. So just you have to raise them opposite hand. Otherwise, you shall perform it with both hands. So inhale, both hands up, stretch them, stretch the body. Now slowly while exhaling, bend forward. There should not be arch, back straight. You have to bend it from your waist. That is important. Otherwise, you'll get your spine will be hurted. You should not bend from back. No bending in lower back, upper back. You have to bend from your waist. Now try to touch your elbows to the ground. Try to touch your knees. Breathing normal. Now ready to release. Paschimottanasana. First, hands up. Sorry, head up, then hands up while inhaling and then exhaling, hands down. Repeat the same position, same asana with another leg. Okay. While inhaling, hands up, stretch the body. Now while exhaling, bend forward. Very good. Try to touch elbows to the ground, heads to knee. Slowly, while inhaling, come up. Hands down. So this Ekpada Padma, Paschimottanasana. Now we shall perform full Paschimottanasana. Sit straight. Hands, while inhaling, hands above, stretch your body. Now while exhaling, bend down, bend forward, try to touch, try to hold your fingers, toe, then slowly head down. See that your chest touches to your thighs and elbow to the ground. Breathe normal, breathe normal. Now, ready to release asana. While inhaling, hands up slowly, and while exhaling, hands down. This is Paschimottanasana. Now we shall learn one more asana, that is Ushtrasana. Now, Paschimottanasana is what? Forward bending. So we have bend towards forward. Now we have to do opposite bending, backward bending. So for that we will perform Ushtrasana. So we shall perform Ardha Ushtrasana. So how to do this? First you are in Dandasana. From Dandasana you have to come in Vajrasana. Now you have to come on your knee, hands on buttock. Now inhale and bend backward. So you'll find now reverse stretch. So this is called as a counter pose for Paschimottanasana. Bend maximum, then neck, drop the neck. Release, come normal. You have to open the chest maximum and throat will be straight. So because of that, this is good asana for asthmatic patients and chest lungs power will improve with this. Then move down. After this, we can practice with the full Ushtrasana. Ushtra means camel. So here our body resembles like a camel. That's why the name given here, Ushtrasana. Can keep little bit distance in between your legs, but with practice, distance is not recommended. Now, while rotating your right hand, try to touch your left. If you are not comfortable, you can just raise your feet like this. It will become easy. Then left. backward, stretch backward maximum, open chest, and drop your heel. Now, while releasing, first hand is better. To get good effect, you have to flatten the feet, and while inhaling, right leg, right hand, left hand, then bend backward as much, open your chest. Come on, Ushtrasana. So this is Ushtrasana. Okay, so let's see what are the benefits of Ushtrasana. So it is required to be performed after Paschimottanasana just to get the counter effect of forward bending. So with Ushtrasana, we get backward bending of your spine. With this Ushtrasana, our Anahata Chakra here, Anahata Chakra, that is activated, and because of that, lung power will increase. So benefits are, it helps in digestion, it's improved digestions, then internal organs of abdomen, those will be improved, their functioning is improved. It opens chest and frontal portions of the torso, that will be improved. It strengthens the back and the shoulders muscle. So back and shoulder muscle. You'll never get a problem of shoulders or shoulder injury. That won't be a problem. So shoulder muscles, back muscles will become stronger with this asana. Then this asana helps in elevating lower back pain. So lower back pain will not be there with this asana. Who should not perform this asana? A person undergone abdomen surgery, then person having hernia. If hernia or any abdomen injury, if you are having arthritics or vertigo, then those persons should not perform this Ushtrasana. Even a person with low blood pressure should not perform Ushtrasana. Okay, so these are limitations of Ushtrasana. Now be ready, we shall perform Ardha Ushtrasana. Afterwards, you can practice about the Ushtrasana complete. So let's perform Ardha Ushtrasana. So come in Dandasana, sit in Dandasana. From Dandasana, left leg, bend left leg. You have to go in Vajrasana. First left leg, now right leg. Go in Vajrasana, sit in Vajrasana. Now, come on your knees. Come on knees. Hands on buttock. Lower on buttock, hands on buttock. Mukda, hands on buttock down. Now inhale, inhale and bend backward as much as you can. Feel the stretch in back. We are bending backward. Opposite of Paschimottanasana. Neck, drop your neck comfortably. Breathe normally. Now, while exhaling, come at the normal. Then, body down in Vajrasana. Sit in Vajrasana. So one more time, we'll practice this. Ardha Ushtrasana. Come on your knees. Hands on backside to support your pelvic region. Now inhale and bend backward. Drop your neck. Breathing normal. If you're facing problem in dropping neck, you can keep neck straight. At least you can bend backward from chest. Now inhale and normal. Hands down. Come back in Vajrasana. From Vajrasana, come to Dandasana. From Vajrasana, come to Dandasana. Leg by leg, you have to unfold and come in Dandasana. So this is Ushtrasana. Now let's perform Shavasana today. So all of you go in Shavasana. Please go in Shavasana. Relax your body. Relax body, relax mind, and we shall be ready for performing pranayama. Relax your whole body. Deep breathe, long inhalation, long exhalation, deep breathing, deep breathing. Now ready to release Shavasana and slowly, slowly, yes, move hands above your head, stretch hands and legs in opposite direction, stretch maximum, perform 2-3 stretches and then while bending to the left side, come in standing position. Now sit straight. So there are so many asanas which you can perform, at least 4 to 5 asanas of each supine posture, prone posture, sitting posture, standing postures we are learn. So 5 to 4, around 20 asanas we are learn. So in 1 hour session, we cannot perform all 20 asanas. So every day what you can try, you can take some 2-3 asanas from every position and perform it. So go on changing those asanas every day. But it is recommended to perform asana from every position. You should perform asana from every position, from supine, cone, sitting, standing. So 2-3 asanas from every position you can perform it. So that will give proper stretch to all muscles of the body. Okay, now be ready for Kapalabhati. So sit in Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana, back straight, head straight, hands in Jnana Mudra. Breathe normal, breathe normal. Remember, Kapalbhati is forceful exhalation. So inhale and start Kapalbhati by forceful exhalation. We'll perform 30 rounds, 30 rounds. Take your stomach inside as much as you can. As you exhale, stomach should go inside as much as you can. Shoulders relax, no movement of shoulders. Very good. Do it. 30 rounds, you can do it easily. After 30 rounds, let's stop. Now be ready for Anulom Vilom, Nadi Shodhan Kriya. Left hand in Dhyana Mudra, right hand in Pranam Mudra. Close your right nostril and we are to inhale through left. We shall perform 1 as to 2 count, 5 counts, inhale, 10 counts, exhale. So inhalation, exhalation should be continuous. There should not be break in between. Exhale very slowly. Perform 10 rounds of Anulom Vilom and then you can stop practice. Remember, the last exhale will be through left nostril. Relax, relax. Stop practice and relax. So after asana practice and pranayam preparatory, we are now ready to perform pranayam. We have learned pranayam like Ujjayi pranayam. Yesterday we have learned. Before that we have practiced Shitali pranayam, Shitakari pranayam. Now first today we shall learn new pranayam that is called as Surya Vedan. How Surya Vedan is performed? You have to sit sit straight, hands in Jnana Mudra, left hand in Jnana Mudra, right hand in Pranam Mudra. We are performing Surya Vedan means you have to close your left nostril and you have to inhale through right side. Right side is Surya, left side is Chandra. So right side that is Ida and left side is Pingala. So right side is her. This is her. Her. So we are practicing Hatha Yoga. So we have to balance our both nadis, and for that we have performed alternate nostril breathing. Now we are performing Surya Vedan. In Surya Vedan pranayam, we have to inhale from our right nostril, hold the breath for 4 counts, and afterwards we shall exhale through left. This completes 1 round. Now persons having blood pressure problem should not hold the breath. They should inhale and exhale through left. Now for next cycle, again you have to inhale through right. So in Surya Bindan, always you will inhale through right and you will exhale through left. Inhale through right, exhale through left, and this you will repeat it for 10 rounds. So let's perform Surya Vedan. I shall demonstrate for you. Right hand in Pranamudra. Close your left nostril. Inhale through right. After this, do the normal breathing. This Surya Vedan. So in Surya Vedan, always you have to inhale through right and exhale through left. Right? So this is Surya Vedan. So be ready to perform Surya Vedan. Close your left nostril, inhale through right and exhale through left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Inhale right, exhale left. Continue this for 5 more rounds. Stop practice. So there are many benefits of this Surya breathing. Stop practice. Benefits are, first of all, it boosts nervous system, specifically the sympathetic nervous system. So because of this, our sympathetic nervous system will function nicely, and it stimulates all endocrine system of our body, which improves the functions of each gland available in the body. Then it helps in regenerating lungs tissues. So that is also important. As we age, lung tissues are decayed. So it just regenerates the lung tissues and enhances their capacity. So lungs capacity will improve. It improves the digestive system. It is useful in sinus. So if you are having sinus problem, then with the help of Surya Vedan, sinus problem will be removed. For me, of course, it is written in text. It is written in text that Surya Vedan is good for person who wants to reduce the weight, and if you want to beat your anxiety problems, if you're finding nervousness, depression, low energy, perform Surya Vedan. Your body will get more energy. Your body will feel heat. Means heat energy will improve in the body, which is helpful for in all these diseases. Diseases like anxiety, depression, low energy, stress management, stress. In this mental diseases, there is a lot less energy available in the body. And if you want to increase energy, you have to perform Surya Vedan, which is good practice of pranayama for these diseases. It removes cough and cough imbalances in the body. So if you have excess cough in the body, perform Surya Vedan pranayama. If person is suffering from blood pressure, then person should not perform kumbhak in between. Just inhale to right and exhale through left. So have blood pressure, then Surya Vedan pranayam should be avoided for those person. If you are having fever, if you are having fever, means your body is heated. In that situation, you should not perform Surya Vedan pranayam. So that is major precaution. So because Surya Vedan pranayam increases heat in the body. So in case of fever, this should not be performed. Then if you are suffering from high pitta or acidity, then those person again should not perform Surya Vedan. If those person perform, their pitta will increase further, their bile will increase further. So for them, this particular pranayam they should avoid it. Correct? Others can perform this. So let's practice Surya Vedan pranayam. So sit straight. You have to close your left nostril and inhale through right and exhale through left. Let's perform 5 rounds of Surya Vedan pranayama. Perform 5 rounds of Surya Bidhan Pranayama. Stop practice. Actually, in today's lesson plan, I mentioned Brastrika Pranayama, but that was my mistake. Stop practice. We cannot perform Brastrika Pranayama without knowledge of Surya Bidhan. Brastrika Pranayama is combination of two actions. You have to perform Kapalbhati, but here we'll perform Kapalbhati with forceful inhalation as well as forceful exhalation. And after performing 20 rounds of Kapalbhati, you will perform Surya Vedan once. So, Brastrika Pranayama is combination of Kapalbhati and Surya Vedan. So, I just forgot that Surya Vedan and I mentioned yesterday Brastrika. So, that's a mistake from my side. It should be first we have to practice Surya Vedan, which I correctly did it today, and tomorrow we shall practice with Brastrika Pranayama. Yesterday we practiced Ujjayi Pranayama. This Ujjayi Pranayama you can perform in any posture. Standing, sitting, lying down, you can perform. This is the only pranayama, Ujjayi Pranayama, which you can perform in any posture. But all other Shuddhi Kriyas, all other breathing exercises and pranayama you have to perform while you are sitting in Padmasana or Siddhasana or Swastikasana or Sukhasana. Okay, so let's conclude the session. Sit straight, hands in Jnana Mudra. We shall chant Om 3 times. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शांति. Put Shanmon. Mani Manvi, device teaching what we have learned today. And thanks the parents, God, the gurus, and Namaskar. Bye-bye. Keep palms on face. Open eyes, change. Hari Om. Hari Om. Wish you a good day ahead. We shall meet tomorrow. So tomorrow we shall learn about Prastrika Pranayama, and few more asanas which are remaining. See you tomorrow at 7. Hari Om.